So, anybody that has known me for any significant amount of time knows that I'm a nature girl. Like even from a young age, I used to climb trees. I was into bugs. I love fishing. You know, I like walking in the woods. I mean, all that kind of stuff like that. So anyway, I get a lot of insight about life through meditating on nature and what I see around me in the natural world, like devoid of people, like this includes animals, birds, all that kind of good stuff. I've learned that the best pocket for me to stay in is awe, like just to be in awe of all those little things that I see, observe, that make life click. Because nature is perfect, and it's like if you understand anything about like sacred geometry, then you understand like our brains, like we recognize patterns, and so much of what we see in nature is a pattern. Just like I'm sure you've seen diagrams of fruit that look like the human anatomy, and um, how animals are able to mimic human sounds. I mean, like we're all the same. So anyway, uh, something that was powerful to me today. So anyway, this pile you see, um, it didn't start off as a pile. Probably back in 2014, I purchased, those old-fashioned wooden picnic tables. I think I probably bought them at like Lowe's at the end of the season, like $75. But it was like, it wasn't pressure treated wood. It was like the cheapest type of wood ever. Like, 12 pieces of wood held up by 12 strategically placed bolts or something. You know what I mean? But anyway, over the years, like, I did not treat these tables like I wanted to keep them, and I basically um, stained them one time, the weatherproofing stain, and that was it. They just sat out here. So anyway, a couple years ago, this particular one, like, 'cause I actually have two of them. The other one is shot too, but that one didn't collapse, and so I took all the pieces of it probably like a month ago, 'cause like I said, it was already falling apart. I took it and left it here. And basically, ever since the pandemic started, just me being in the yard, I'm just not as great of a shop steward as I once was. I still get out in nature, but my process is a little bit different now because I'm actually looking for stuff now as opposed to just working and meditating. But anyway, working and meditating this morning, and it's like, okay, so wood. It was hard. It was hard enough that you could sit six people at this table. I've had six people at this table. Look at that. You see these little things right here? Let's see if we can get one. Oh shit. Look at that. There's a little light out here. Oh shit. Look at that. Those little tiny bugs have turned this firm wood into this. Now, let's say realistically, termites get on anything that you leave outside, let's say immediately. But let's just say from 2014, so now we're at 2022. 7 years, almost 8 years. These little tiny bugs were able to break down something that us humans thought was safe enough for us to sit on. It was firm, it was strong, it was a foundation. But it just shows you how little tiny things consistently working on your foundation will destroy you. And it's bugged out because, like, before I started chopping this pile up today, if you looked at it, the wood looked normal. Of course, it looked weathered because it had been sitting outside, but it didn't look like it would crumble as soon as I touched it. And there's a lot of people out here walking around looking like wood, looking strong. But you don't know about the little tiny bugs that have been hollowing them out for the last 14, 15 years. So I say all that to say, though ye may feel small, ye are mighty. And yes, in this example, they work together, you feel me? But each little bug is playing his part. I don't see none of them fighting. I ain't see no termite fights breaking out. But my point is, ooh, make sure that you protect yourself. Seal up all the cracks. Pressure, what's that stuff called? Varnish your wood every couple years. Repaint. Whatever you got to do to protect your foundation, your strength, your stability from those little things that get inside your mind and eat you a little bit of a time, to the point where what's left is unrecognizable.